This is the tale of a big bad wolf, a plucky pig, and a truly great grandma. It's written by Ellie Woolard and illustrated by Stephen Lenton. And if you look very closely at the pictures, you'll see that there's quite a lot of other fairy tale characters as well. Did you notice that one of the characters helping the little pig is actually Puss in Boots? And I'm sure we can tell which little pig this story is based on. The pig had a house in the wild, wild wood. It was safe, it was strong, it was snug, it was good. Now, have you seen who's lurking and looking in at the window? That's right, it was the big bad wolf. So when the bad wolf started howling and prowling, and skulking and scowling, and grizzling and growling, the pig said, "Old wolf, you can blow till you're blue, but you'll not break my house down, whatever you do." The wolf simply glared and then slunk slowly away. But there on the pathway, the very next day, the pig found a note that said, "Top secret plot. Don't eat the three little pigs, number 1, but do, number 2, gobble Red Riding Hood's gran nice and hot." "No," cried the pig. "Oh, my trusty old trotter, that stinky old flea bag, that wily old rotter." And he leapt to the wheel of his rusty old van, crying, "Pig to the rescue! Save that gran! I'll snatch him, I'll catch him, that wolf won't escape. But first what I need is a super pig cape." So he dashed through the town till he came to a stall. They hadn't a cape, but they gave him a very fine shawl. He leapt to the wheel of his rusty old van, crying, "Pig to the rescue! Save that gran!" Now I'll have to be sneaky. I might have to spy. Binoculars, yes, I should give those a try. So he dashed to the shop, but there weren't any there. But he did find some rather fine specs. In fact, the very last pair. Then he leapt to the wheel of his rusty old van, crying, "Pig to the rescue! Save that gran!" I'll swoop on that wolfie, I'll hoop him, I hope, but now what I need is some lovely strong rope. So he dashed to the city. The shops were so full, and the rope was sold out. But he did find some wool. And then he ran to the wheel of his rusty old van, crying, "Pig to the rescue! Save that gran!" But just as he came to the edge of the wood, he stopped most abruptly, as there the wolf stood. And the wolf said, "Red Riding Hood's granny, well, how do you do? Strangely enough, I've been searching for you, although I admit it's quite a surprise. You've got a strange nose and such small piggy eyes." "Gran?" thought the pig. "I'm not a gran." And then he took a long look. And he quivered and quaked, and he shivered and shook. Oh dear, I think the little pig has just realised that instead of looking like a superhero, he does look a little bit like Gran. The wolf eyed him up and snarled, "Nice and plump, not old and chewy, just look at that rump. You taste rather rare in a butty, I bet." And he lunged at the pig, but then down came a net. And there in the wood was Red Riding Hood's Gran, who cried, "You think we can't catch you? You bet that we can. You wicked old wolf, you may huff, you may puff, but I'm telling you now, I've had quite enough." And then she tied the wolf up from his nose to his tail, and together they took him and dropped him in jail. "Thanks," cried the pig. But Gran said, "No, thank you. That wolf would have minced me for grey granny's stew." And linking together they danced out a jig, the wolf busting Gran and the clever young pig. Yes, they both said, "We're an excellent team." And the wolf never came there again, or so it would seem. Or did he? Shh, I won't tell if you don't tell. I hope you enjoyed that story. I love the stories of the fairy tales, so it really does tickle me that some of those fairy tales were all mixed up. And if you watch this again, see if you can spot some of the other fairy tale characters and count how many you could find. I look forward to seeing you in our next story time. Bye-bye.